You are now tuned into Check This Out News. We connect the streets. All right, there it is, man. Welcome to Check This Out News. We certainly connect the streets. Osei here, man, and this should be interesting, man, because we're going to get into the tales from the Woo, New York drill and beyond. Born in Chicago, raised in South London, drill music has made a home in New York City. And the rap subgenre is now going mainstream with artists now dabbling in it from LA to Kingston to West Africa. And live on the line, we've got Fivio Foreign. What's up, brother?
What's up, gang?
How you feeling?
Hey, man, I'm chilling, man. You know, I just be chilling and all that. What's up with you?
Man, we blessed, man. So, I think it's important, Five, for you to just kind of, for yourself, man, what made drill so appealing to you personally? Like,
what it was it's just for me, like where I'm from, it's just one of them things that just always been there, like basketball, like, you feel me, like in the hood, when you going at it with somebody, you could do a Facebook post about them. You can make a motherfucking drill song about them. You know what I mean? You can see them, you can fight. It's a whole bunch of things you can do, but the drill was something that we was doing just for the block. Like, I ain't even really know it was going to go crazy how it went. You know what I mean? It was just something we was doing for us.
Yeah. Now, I mean, I'm sure you've been keeping up because it's clearly a global thing now.
That's a fact. Like I ain't know it was gonna make me rich when we was first doing it. You know what I mean? Shit just crazy.
Yeah. What's the vibe in New York with it? Just where it's at now on a global scale. How does that feel?
Nah, it's fire. Like, everybody fucking with it. Like, everybody fucking with it. Everybody like trying to. So now it's a way where, like, you feel me, young niggas like me growing up, we can find out, we can feed our family, we can pay for, just have some way to live, we can do something positive. Now it just became something that we can do to really take us out the hood and change our situations. And that's the best part about it. Like, so everybody with it right now. Like, everybody on the drill wave, trying to make something out of themselves and do something positive and really put some money towards they craft. Like, it's just something to really do to get like it's like the recreation centers back in the days. Like, it's something for the kids to do, stay out of trouble. You know what I mean? Now you go to the studio. You know what I mean? Like, be in the house, write a rap in the house for a whole day. Just say we're saving lives for real. Like, saving lives for real. Well,
absolutely. Tell me about.
It really is, though.
No doubt. I wanted to get your take on things, on the state of drill and the music since Pop Smoke's passing.
Yeah.
What is it like?
I mean, well, what happened was, right, for sure, like Pop put that shit in a different light with remember, if you go look at his album, right, the one he dropped right after he died, he had so much people on it, so much different people, and people were like, yo, why you do that? But that, like, people gotta realize that all that shit was drill. Like, all that shit was like drill too. Like, it had a little drill in it. It was like probably the drill. It's a certain type of drums they use. So that shit was there, and like it just showed the world that the drill shit ain't in a bubble. Like, that could be, because they got Jamaican drill, they got pop drill, they got all type of fire drill that nobody even really heard. So I'm just glad, like, he made it, he stretched it out and let us know, listen, I could offset, could do drill too. Like, any, like, rappers y'all don't think could do it. You know what I mean? That's what it did. That's what it did for me. Like,
yeah, I dig that. Now, let me ask you this, Five, with the relationship between, or how do you see the relationship between New York, London, Chicago? And let me ask you, have you heard of Kumasi?
Me personally, I listen to, like, UK drill. Like I listen to UK drill. Like I listen to Chicago drill. Like I listen to all that like New York drill. All that for me, that is like a. It's just the same. It's like this. It's just music. It's like for me, it's the same shit. I listen to all that shit. Like I all that shit. You know what I mean? Like you see, I got the song with Russ Millions and all that, and that shit was like the #1 song in the UK. You know what I mean? Like. It went #1 in like a month. Like it was #1 for like 2 months. The #1 song in the UK. So, and they know we fuck with them too. Like I'm gonna go out there. I was supposed to go to LA, but the COVID hit. So I had to wait. So now it's over. So now I'm about to get my tour ready going. Like I'm gonna go out there and go crazy. Like
Nice.
This is Mike Johns. Also, with O'Shea, I want to chime in on the drill, on that question O'Shea asked you, in that relationship thing. When we look at drill music and how it's caught on. Like I said, the LA now is probably the late bloomers to now kind of get involved and really gonna put it up. But I'd love to hear from you. Would you say drill is the new trap music?
Nah, I say drill is the new drill. Like, know what I mean? Like, trap is trap. Trap ain't done. Trap is still there. Drill is just a whole new genre. It ain't like no other genre. It ain't really, know what I mean? I think it's its own thing. Know what I mean? I wouldn't say it's rap. I wouldn't say it's nothing because trap music, I still with my trap music and I still listen to trap artists like every day. Like, but now I got an extra something new and fire to listen to too. I go play my drill music when I'm in the drilling mood. Like, you know what I mean? I feel like drill music is the new gangster rap. Like, I mean, you know.
Yes, and that's funny you should say that because that's how it actually has been received out here.
You really 50 Cent and all that for gangster rap.
Yeah.
Like, or like, you know, like certain rappers or whatever. But I feel like the drill is the new gangster rap. You know what I mean? You in that mood, you want to listen to that thing, like you throwing some of that drill, getting that vibe. It's just a mood. It's just all about mood. I feel like music is about mood. You know what I mean? Like, so it's just different moves. Like, you know what I mean? Some days you going drill, some days you going. It's different moves. It's however it happens. Right.
That's dope. Let me ask you this, Five, as well. I mean, are you familiar with Kumasi, Ghana, West Africa?
Yeah, for sure. He was tagging me in that shit. He was tagging me in that shit. I don't know if I can curse. They was tagging me in the African drill, and I was like, oh, because, you know what I mean? They be in that mood too, so you gotta respect it. Like, I respect everybody that's doing the drill. Like, you know what I mean? I want to hear some of that West Coast drill too. Like, you know what I mean? I want to hear all that shit because it's the culture. That's our culture. So I want to hear where it's coming from different places. Like, I want to see what's going on in Ghana and how they feeling, like, because I can relate, you know what I mean? So it just make it wavy and fun. Like, I like it. Like, I like it. It's fun to me. Like, I mean, I can relate.
That's dope. I appreciate your openness, your perspective on, you know what I'm saying, just, you know, collaboration. And I think that's really where the music gets its real growth from, you know what I'm saying? And I think that's the evolution of hip hop. And just knowing that they call Kumasi Kumerica, right? So it's very interesting to see how they relate. So that's where, for me, that's where my family is from. And I think it's very, yeah. So it's dope.
You know, I grew up around everybody, man. So when I go in the cab, I see one of my African brothers. I just tell them, "Nice job, boy," and they go, okay. You know what I mean? Like they know me. They know what I mean. So,
you familiar?
All that shit. Yeah, I'm familiar with all that.
That's dope. We get some jollof and drill music cracking in a minute. Let me ask you this. What's your take on Kanye? I know you got a relationship with him. He's spoken on you. Did you see the Drink Champ interview?
Yeah, I saw the interview. I saw a couple clips of it. Niggas was sending me certain parts of it. Yeah. I didn't get to watch the whole 2 hours though, but I pretty much saw most of it. All the highlights, you know, that posted shit. I saw all that.
Right. What is what type of advice did Ye give you, and what's that conversation like with somebody who's done so much in
I
music?
mean, like, I'm a person like what's understood ain't got really big. Like he ain't really tell me no direct advice. Like I'm a person like if I chill around you, you ain't gotta tell me exactly what to do. I'ma learn. I'ma figure it out. You know what I mean? So I sat there and I'm also watched. Like I watched and what I learned from watching Ye was it was just like control. He's in complete control of his art. You know what I mean? And I fuck with that. I fuck with that. Like, you know what I mean? Like I fuck with that. Like, that's crazy. To me, that's that's a big thing because, nowadays, everybody got advice for you. You know what I mean? So, like to keep the control is like big. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like he gotta of course take the advice. Of course, be better, make better of yourself, of the art. You can't just be stuck in ways, but you gotta make it you. You gotta own it and make it yourself. And I fuck with him for that. Like I fuck with him he's not just hiring people to make beats and they just making beats. And he like, all right, he's there while you making a beat. Like, yo, add this sound. He's there while you making your rap. Yo, say this. You know what I mean? Like the people that's putting the show together that got him. He like, yo, we should do it like this. You know what I mean? Like he's involved in all that. It's never left. It's never left. Like, yo, you know what I mean? That's what I learned. You gotta be real hands on. You know what I mean? Be real hands on.
I like how you talking, Five. That sounds real wise. So that's definitely appreciated. And I think that, for every generation, there's a level of leadership that's needed so that other people can kind of clearly see it. And I think that what did you take? What did you take away just looking at New York? What did you think when you saw LL and Jay-Z get inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as well?
Oh, that was crazy. I felt like, because like I said with the drill shit, people think it's one-sided and one-laned and it's just drill. And I like that they got the rock and roll shit because I feel like nobody really felt like they was doing rock and roll. You know what I mean? Like I felt like they thought they was rapping and just doing hip hop. But I want just like hip hop could go any way. That's how the drill is too. I'm just glad that happened because it make it easier for me to just explain the drill to people. Like, you know what I mean? Like I could just go, look, Jay-Z is in the Hall of Fame of rock and roll. Like,
yeah.
I mean, like, you know what I mean? Like it's just wild. And I believe that shit. I believe hip hop is rock and roll too. Like, you know what I mean? I know that.
Yeah.
The drill is like rock and roll too in a way. Like it's wild, it's crazy, it's, you know what I mean? It's turned up. Like I just feel like all is the same.
Yeah, it is. I mean, and I like that, you know what I mean, you're able to see it. We're all able to see it, but it's like with different, subgenres evolving, it gives everybody, their own time and space to do his thing. You know what I mean? And, explain drill to somebody who's a novice. So let's talk drill for dummies, right? If you don't know drill, how would you break that down to an individual yourself?
Drill music, like, it's like a certain type of beat. It's a certain type of feeling. It's a certain type of context in the rap. Like I said, it's like the new gangster rap, but with a swag to it. Like, you know what I mean? We ain't just talking that the hardcore gangster shit. It's a little swag to it, and you can throw a little dance on it. So I feel like I would explain it like the new gangster rap, but it's for the kids. Like it's danceable. You know what I mean? It's danceable. You can dance to it. You could vibe to it. You could, like, you know what I mean? And you could do that instead of. That's why I think this is good. You make the music instead of really getting out there and going and getting in trouble. You know what I mean? It's good for the kids. Keep them out of trouble. You know what I mean? It's like jokes and all that.
Yeah, man. I like where you was going with it when you spoke on the dance part. I'm gonna say this now. When drill makes it to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, don't forget us at Check This Out News. We want to know we talked about that, right?
Hell yeah.
It's just interesting. just seeing, everything that's happened. And, of course, something else that's been in the news that's been heavy and, really unfortunate. What is the Travis Scott thing? The Travis Scott situation.
Oh, the Travis Scott shit.
Yeah, it's super unfortunate, and God bless those who lost their lives.
I feel like my thing is this, right? Because I'm gonna be honest with you, right? Like, what happened is this is not me like taking up for him or making it worse or making like less of the situation. This is a horrible situation for me, and my love and support go out to everybody who lost their lives. But I wouldn't fault Travis Scott. Literally, it hurts me because it's two things, right? It's two reasons why. Right? First reason is this not the first show he did where people like passed out or even died. I feel like Travis Scott is like really rock and roll, like for real, like
yeah,
rock and roll crazy, and it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate, but like that. I can't, he might have not known. I don't know the severity of it. He was on stage. I can't tell you. He might have not known, but I done watched like old Michael Jackson shows, right? Like concerts, right?
Right.
And like I seen people pass out at a Michael Jackson show, like, you know what I mean? Like, and like even when Michael Jackson died, like his fans loved him so much, they was committing suicide. Like, I'm going to be with Mike, like jumping off the roof, I'm going to be with Mike, committing suicide. You know what I mean? And nobody blamed Mike. Nobody went like, yo, Mike, you the worst person ever. You got people passing out at your shows. Like, he just standing there. He just standing there passing out at shit. So like nobody blamed, nobody faulted him, like, you know what I mean? So I can't sit here and fault Travis Scott. But it's a new age, it's Instagram, everybody got an opinion. And sometimes the people with opinions, it just happen to go viral. Like it's the internet give everybody an opinion.
For sure. Absolutely.
So it make and sometimes it be going viral, like. But yeah. I just feel like definitely what he's doing, definitely take care of families, like, I mean, definitely take care of families, definitely reimburse everybody for the money. Like that was like that's like a tragedy, like a national, like a tragedy, like, you feel me? But don't fault them, like don't turn, don't cancel them, like, I mean, because it's just hard, like. When you see somebody passing out, but then you got like 20, 30,000 other people here to just see you and they in love with you, and you don't really know the severity of it. You might not know somebody was dead. You might not know what's going on. You might not know it's a crazy in the crowd hit with drugs. I heard that was happening too. It was a crazy person in the crowd hitting niggas with drugs or something like that. And you might not know what's going on as you on stage. Like, it's hard to know what's going on. You just turning up. You don't really know. But like, I feel like pay them people back here. Like, you gotta compensate somebody for some type of, you know what I mean? Something. That's how you show what you care about.
One of the things that I would add.
Go ahead, Mike.
Yeah. One of the things that I'd add to it, just listen to Bob and how you speaking. It's like, to your point, a lot of the media and everything is putting a lot on Mr. Scott, but this ain't no different than Grateful Dead and any of the rockers. And it's at their concerts, they do acid, LSD, and where they didn't say as much, but it's and then it's just crazy. It's kind of So I agree and support what you're saying, because I'm very much interested to make sure if Travis go down, then so too does Live Nation.
Right. Okay. Right.
How about that? on the big scale. Live Nation,
Absolutely.
that's a young man, 30 years old. The people that the power brokers, those are 60-year-old men. They got all the wisdom, all the knowledge. They should have been proactive. They could see what
Right.
everybody in this call can't, because they're the old heads. And they should
Right.
have
You
known
could
better.
also argue like yo, y'all should have had better security, like a better some type of safety. Like you should know, like y'all gotta take care of the crowd. Like you can't tell a man on stage that's performing to take care of the people. Like y'all supposed to be walking through the crowds and picking things and making sure, oh, this person is good, and you know what I mean? Like, word, you right. Word, I ain't think about that.
And with that, what message does that say? Do you feel that there's a responsibility then, as a result of this now, and because the Grateful Dead and groups of that era, they didn't have social media. So now in this year, being that the spotlight is on him, for artists such as yourself and everybody else in the fraternity of musicians, now what does this do for you? What safeguard do you have to have you and Bless, do you guys now have to add this into your strategy for live concerts if you're doing Rolling Loud and other shows?
I mean, yeah, and I feel like it's these big organizations, the same way, like, cause it's just like when it comes to violence, like when violence is happening at these places, at these big festivals, they up the security, they up the metal detector, they make sure they structure it right, and that's to keep the artists safe as well as the fans and the people, the other people, the radios, whoever's there, to keep everybody safe. So same way that this happened, now I feel like it's all these festivals, whoever, it's their responsibility to make sure this never happened again. Like if it's a show going on and if it's crowd and if it's 30,000 people, then at least have a couple guys walking through the crowd at all times, because it is crowded and it's hard to get out. And that's like a fire hazard. All them people like that shit, like anxiety. That's crazy. That should be crazy. And then niggas be wild. Niggas be jumping in stage and jumping over the crowd and all that.
Yeah, it's real. Hey, Five, I want to ask you this. I mean, switching gears, man, and I appreciate the Wu coming with all that wisdom. You got a lot of ahead of you, man, and I anticipate nothing but greatness from you. But let's switch gears, because you mentioned some very key things. So let's take it from drill to entrepreneurship. The same things we saw taking kids on stage at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame is what we're talking about. And the business moves. I mean, you're at the forefront of a lot. And I think you're one of the few people that can really take advantage of that intellectual property that a lot of artists often get jerked on. You know what I'm saying? And these dances. I mean, Mike and I had a conversation. There's a very powerful article. Speaking on the dances with Fortnite, and people just not getting compensated. And I wanted to talk about your interest with NFTs. So I was asking you about just entrepreneurship, like you're evolving. And I think right now when we look at hip hop, it's the evolution of, it's a well-rounded individual that's really at the forefront of hip hop, meaning you can take advantage of so many things, whether it's fashion, your entrepreneurial influence. And, right now, NFTs are the conversation of the day. And I wanted to ask you, what's your interest as it relates to these NFTs? What do you see?
I mean, when I think about, when I see NFTs, I think of cryptocurrency. All that, like for me, all that fall into the same like realm. Like I heard, like they even pay you in like Bitcoin now. Like you could kind of get paid in Bitcoin, or maybe even an NFT if you want to get paid in that. But like I'm all the way into that. Shit is dope to me, because in the past, because I like the NFT, it's something that you forever own, even when you don't own it. So it's like when you sell it, and then the next person sell it, you still get a percentage off the sales, and like it just keep going on. So when it's passed down, you still keep the percentage.
in the past when they had the actual physical picture of art. Once you sell it once, it's over. You don't get PC no more like that. Know what I mean? So that's what I think. I think the NFT shit dope. That's fire for that.
Yeah, yeah. Speaking of that, because obviously there's been some different deals that have been getting a lot of attention. Money Man, he's out of Atlanta, and he did a crypto deal with Ghazi from Empire.
He was the
what
first,
did you think about that?
the first artist to get his advance in cryptocurrency, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's fire. I was spoken to Rich the Kid the other day because Rich the Kid is into that shit a lot too, and he did a show, and he got paid. He got paid in cryptocurrency, right? The next day, it went up because it's like it be worth more. So the next he got paid out. Like I don't know what he got paid, but I'm just give you an example. Like they paid him $100,000 worth of cryptocurrency, right? The next day it's $200,000 worth now. Know what I mean? So that's just like the fireest dope if that anybody ever thought about.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's major. I think we're definitely seeing a shift as it relates to these the intellectual property. I was just speaking on this article that Mike sent me that really spoke to. It was in I think it's called The Verge. But it spoke about Fortnite and how Fortnite is making all of its money from hip hop and these dance moves, and there are very few people who are really able to point to the fact that they are the creators. That's been a big issue on TikTok for a lot of creatives, not getting their proper acknowledgement, man. And what do you see when you think of Woo Walk as an NFT? It's the first dance minted as an NFT. Why this really matters?
I feel like that right there is going to be so epic because it's like so many. Like first of all, dance. One thing about the dance, this is why I feel like the drill music goes so viral, right? Because it's like a dance attached to it. The dance is universal. It's international. Like if a person come from another planet, they might just dance over there too. Like a dance is just something. It's no language attached to it. I don't gotta know you. It's just like a picture. Like if you like it look good. It's just a dance. I could always put a dance. Like I just feel like that shit gonna be epic and viral. Like that shit, it's gonna be so much better than anything else that ever went up there.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's real. Yeah, that's real. I'm excited.
I'm sorry.
No, go, Mike.
What I loved about this when in your situation is really the elevation of just your insight of being able to see or say all the different dance from New York, Harlem Shake to the Run LA, the Dougie, all the different dances. So, gangbanging, sea walking, beat walking. Nobody owns those things. It could be an outsider, the others that could come in and just create an intellectual property. And I think Netflix has
that's what they do. That's what they love to do.
That's what they do.
See stuff. And it's crazy because somebody might really own one, and then we don't even know because we're not even thinking that far ahead. But that's why I'm glad, this generation I'm in right now, I feel like this is like, even though it's like people be like, yo, that like keep killing themselves and killing each other. I just feel like that just comes with everybody being so smart. Like this generation is so smart now.
Talk on that. I like that.
Yeah, it's like when Adam ate the fruit. Like he got so smart, he started having angry feelings, and if you dumb, you ain't gonna really it's like everything is starting from younger. Even the kids know how to use iPhones at 1 years old, and you know, it's just like rappers is getting signed now, and they're going viral on their own through Instagram, TikTok. They're going viral from 16 years old. They getting on their own. And back in the days, for a kid to be famous, he had to have parents and around, and somebody had to be like, listen, this is what you got to do. Listen, and right now, kids is actors from TikTok. You can watch it. They're doing voiceovers, and they 7, 8, 9 years old. Like, people just getting smarter. Like, everybody
Smarter. I love it.
Smarter now. Like, I feel like and so right now, we about to really win if we got leaders like me and the other people of this generation on this type of time, on this type of right path. So we going to do it. We going to do it. We going to own all that shit. Ain't nobody going to own it. We walk but us.
Right.
You know what I mean? We ain't going to allow it.
That's one of the things that really got me excited about this, because of the fact that, again, so many people, you know, if you look at music from the Beach Boys to Sam Cooke to De La Soul, De La to Lil Wayne, and we can talk about contracts and then the issues that they've had. You know, you and your manager, the brand that you guys are about, being forward thinkers, thought leaders, and I love the fact that you changing the hood. So when we look at the dance, the woo walk, you know, coming from an LA point of view, seeing the videos, seeing the numbers, and then saying like, hey, you know what? All these other dances, they was trendy, they was the feel, they was the vibration then, but now we can actually say out of New York, Brooklyn, hey, these cats done raised the bar to say they've leveraged technology to create an NFT where you can auction and own this woo walk. I think that's brilliant.
Own it. You can own it. You can watch it. You can watch it happen every 5 seconds. Every time you feel like it, you can pull your, and you know, and that's just the best thing about it. Like, that's why we love it, man. We love it.
I'll say one of the things that they've shared, and you know, he's got a mastermind behind him, a new brother in the camp, Bless. You know, they're sharing, you know, in terms of their NFTs and how they want to drive, you know, the ability to be with Fivio in a meeting for a super fan, to be able to meeting with Fivio and fans get a chance to pay in for that experience. And this is all the great things that, you know, due to the COVID stimulus checks, right? Because those are the big drivers that made this all the reality that we're able to see, where cats are making millions of dollars in 24 hours. Now, what I really love, Jose, is the fact that we got from Planet Brooklyn, the big dog that's leading it, and he's a prophet for the people. What he says is moving, and he's already embracing the internationalism of drill. Right, so looking at it from New York, Chicago, London, Africa, he's our prophet right now. And then the fact that he's looking at, you know, and Five, you already know it, the youngsters right now, if you're 25, under 25, they on NFTs like shit on rice.
Hell yeah, everybody on it.
It's normal. It's normal. That's normal right now, and that's what artists are. What I embraced with Five. What Blessed is the fact that, man, these cats are forward thinkers in terms of, you know, the old TV show way back when, Get Smart. These are Get Smart rappers. This is a Get Smart brand. He's over here, hey, this is how we doing it from Brooklyn. I'm over here. The first thing, and the NFT play is beyond, you know, the first tier is going to be the woo walk. This brother's, he's actually into movies. We're going to take this, reinvent the whole mixtape.
Yeah. That's dope. That's dope. I love that.
That's a fact. Well, I'm with it. Like, that came to me when it first came to me. When the NFT first came to me, it was like, I'm like it was like, it was too much for me to care about. Like, it was just like, yo, you could buy this picture and then you could get rich. I'm just like, yo, it's like I didn't really pay it no mind, right? And then it kept coming to me. It kept coming. And then I went on the internet, right? And I saw Tory Lanez.
Yes.
He made some big money off of it in a short time. So I'm like, so now I really looked into it. And then I realized it ain't even that hard to understand.
No,
It's
not at
just like,
all.
it's the
Hey,
easiest
Bob, you
thing.
know what? If you know that street, if you know that D-boy stuff on the streets, and I know you do, you
Yeah,
can put the math together.
yeah,
Hello.
that's a fact. That's it. It's that easy, and then it keeps selling, and you keep making money off the other sales. So that's when it's like, damn, it start really making sense. It make a lot of sense. You know what I mean? It would make it makes no sense to not. It's just you like you'll be dumb if you got some money and you look past the NFT. That's ignorant. You know what I mean, it's just free money. It's like crazy. Like,
Has
Yeah,
there
how you
has there
see
ever
it?
been?
Oh, no, go ahead.
No. I wanted to ask Fabio if there's ever been anything so crazy from a tech standpoint that it was like hard to believe, because I tend to feel like people would have had a hard time believing these NFTs were possible. You know what I mean? Even Mike, 5 years ago.
oh, something crazy with the NFT. Like it was hard to believe.
Well, no, I was just wondering that as far as technology, had you ever heard anything that had you so like, wait, is this really real?
Let me see. Yeah, a bunch of times like, you see that. I got one now, but when them first came out, the little that clean the floor without you. It's like a little round thing that should go all around the crib.
iRobot.
Yeah, that to me, when I first heard about that shit, I'm like, what? What's going on? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm used to it now. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
it's crazy. They got this dude.
I want to keep it futuristic, not to cut it off, but just have fun with it. Your manager, we already prepping for you to be at CES 2022. That's the Consumer Electronics Show. This is home to where big dogs, whether it be Quincy Jones, P. Diddy, big icons have been here, and now because of you're a forward thinker, you got a pulse on the community, the nation. We're bringing you there, and I'm kind of curious. What are some of the cool tech gadgets? We've interviewed so many people who've talked about what they like in tech. You could make an app, Fabio. What would it be?
Oh, an app?
Yeah, I want to get in with that.
If I could make an app, I would make a security service app.
Ooh.
Right? So, just like Uber Eats, right? You go on the app, and wherever you at in the world, you type in your address and what you need, and they come to you with armed guards and transportation too. You know what I mean? And I will call it Vanguard. So it'll come with a van. It will come with a van for you and some guards. You know what I mean? And that'll be to me. Like that's what I would do. And I feel like it's just like Uber, just like Uber Eats, just like DoorDash. I mean, wherever you at, give them 5 minutes, they be there, ready for you. Wherever you want them to stand, you ain't even gotta talk to them. You just type it in the app. Like, however you want them to have it. I mean, you ain't even gotta really talk to them. You know what I mean? That'd be fire.
Long term, I like that.
Yeah.
With a sprinkle of AI.
Yeah, let's bring an AI. Might not even be real people. You know what I mean? It might not even be people. It might be robots. Yo, but so I was reading on a new AI, right? They had an AI that they made. One of them I was on the internet, and I know it's true. It was doing its own research. You know what I mean? Because that's what the AI is doing. It was doing its own research, and it was studying humans. And from the research it did, and the studies it did, it felt like it was racist. It became racist. It felt like white people was just more deficient than black people, and then it got homophobic. It felt like being homo or gay wasn't the right thing to do. And it's the AI. You know what I mean? This is the AI. So I just feel like that says a lot about us. You know what I mean? Because it just go off of us. And it became racist and homophobic. Yeah. And that, to me, that's just the crazy.
It's crazy because on some Boys in the Hood, they're using AI facial recognition to get into projects.
And the Boys in the Hood, right?
no, 2021 version. So you with me on the lingo. So it's like from LA to New York, get into the projects. Now imagine when they have facial recognition to get you in. Scan your finger. You was growing up, you knew that you didn't have that before, but can you imagine there's a day coming right now where you got facial recognition, scan, QR codes just to get in the hood?
Yeah, like that's I imagine it because the shit is on my phone. Like when it's, I got the finger password on the phone. You know? So I know, like,
right.
It's more, it's closer than we think it is. Like now we don't even realize how close this shit is. Like it's here. I mean, it's here.
Here, Chicago already got the whole technology now. They already have the technology to know who the shooter is when the gun is fired.
That's
New
crazy.
York is right behind it. LA there. You know what I'm saying? So it's.
I know that in New York they got the shot spotter.
Yeah,
shot spot. Yeah, go ahead, Five. You know what it is.
Yeah, they got this. That's the shit. It go wherever you shoot. It could tell you where you shot from, that direction. You know what I mean? Like type of gun, the shot spotter. Yeah, they got that. They got that. That's crazy.
Hey, you think there'll ever be? So with all these technologies that are advancing, then the hood, is there a smart hood? We got smart cars, smart waters. You think the hood is gonna be a smart hood?
I mean, people only get as smart as they gotta get. So, like it's only be something else to it. You know what I mean? It's the human nature. It's the same. Like it's the human nature is not just to roll over and die. You gotta survive, and then if you like, you're gonna find a way. Just like people in jail got iPhones, like that ain't supposed to happen. It's just gonna happen. That's just the way life is. Whatever.
I dig it. I'll say.
man. I like it. You really, opening things up. Let me ask you this: what can we expect 2022? Can't believe that 2021 is almost over anyway.
That was
what you said.
That was fast. People be saying that time's going fast. 2021 went fast. That was crazy.
Yeah. You got to slow it down on purpose too. You know what I'm saying?
So crazy. It just made it. It just was like, I don't know. 2020 was like getting COVID. It was just like that. But I guess that maybe it made this year seem like it went so fast. We still recovering from all the other bullshit.
Yeah. It's interesting. I mean, what you got planned for 2022?
Yeah, I feel like I want to be on tour the whole year. I'm gonna drop my album. I should have my album out. If it ain't out by the end of this December, then it's gonna be out in January. That's what it meant to.
Okay.
So 2020, I should be on tour the whole year.
That's what's up, man. And I know about this NFT casting call with the Lucky Fan. Video story time. You know what I'm saying? You got any other details you can share?
I
know the one big thing with your manager. I know we looking at Osei. All the latest updates. You gonna follow him on his Instagram.
Yeah.
The machine behind it was with him, so he's covered. And then the updates for Lucky fans to be able to connect with him, just follow him on Instagram.
Okay. Yeah. We need to collect that set, Fivio. I'm trying to get in on it. I want to be able to do that dance.
Y'all here ready, son. Y'all here ready. We in this together. I mean, we in this together, bro. Like I'm with it. I want everybody.
We want to tell everybody, listen, if you collect all 5 Woo Walk collectible types in tier 1, you will complete a set. So I need folks to know, how do they follow you, Five?
Oh, you could follow me on Instagram at Fivio Foreign _8fs. That's my shit right there. That's what I do.
Dope. Let me ask you this. I know we are close to wrapping things, and we appreciate your time, man. what has it been like with you? I know you kind of a lot of noise was made about your relationship with Mace, and you coming through in a whole new era, doing your thing. How does that work? What type of support or encouragement, insight do you get in that relationship there?
Mace, yo, like, yeah, for real though, like I said, my shit is like, I like even talking with you, I learned a couple things. Like I'm an observer, but like just being around them, you'll save yourself 20 years of mistakes. You know what I mean? Like just being around him and like, cause all the mistakes that he might have made or he felt like wasn't good for him, he'll speak about it, he'll complain about it from time to time, and now you just learn from it. Like you just learn from it. Like, you know what I mean? You just learn from it. You just never make the same mistakes. Like you make sure you make the same mistakes. You know what I mean?
It looks like he really stays out of your way.
Yeah, he give me like complete control. I do whatever I do. He hit me up here and there, like, yo, just make sure you handle the business. When I did the song with Ye, he like, yo, he hit me up. He like, yo, people do songs with big artists like that and they forget to get paid. Make sure you get paid. You know what I mean? Because you know how it is, like you do artists, you just want the look. But he reminds you, like, listen, this ain't about the look. Like, you are who you are still. So you gotta move like such, you know what I mean? So I learned that about him too, like, you know what I mean? Still move like me.
Nice. Very nice, man. Fivio, man, you're a wise brother. I love what you're doing. Dr. Ben Chavis wants you to be a guest, right?
I'm pulling up. I'm pulling up, man. You ain't gotta tell me.
That's you. Hey, let me just say this. I say it again. That woo wisdom is real. You understand?
That woo wisdom. Yeah, hell yeah.
That woo wisdom is real.
You gotta learn. Like I've been in the game. It's crazy. I don't feel like it, but I've been in the game for like 2 years now. I mean, like 2 years is a long time. Like
that's just dog years.
Not learn nothing. You know what I mean? So I had all the people I've been around, everybody I spoke to, Meek Mills, like whoever I go around, like I listen to the little stories they tell me, the little time they tell me, and they tell me 1-2 words. I really listen. Like I really do listen to what they be saying. Like, you know what I mean?
Well, it's dope. That's dope. Well, we know Fivio gonna bring that wisdom to PBS. I can't wait to see that. You know what I'm saying?
I might start a motherfucker every Friday or every Wednesday. I might have him a minute of 30 seconds of some woo wisdom. You know what I mean?
There you go.
Might start stuff like that. That sounds good.
Yeah, bro. That's dope. That's so dope, man. We appreciate you, man. Mike, you got anything else for Five?
I'm just very impressed. We got a prophet, and it's a beauty. I think we done been around the block with a lot of these artists all over the country, globe. But it's a blessing to see, where he cut from and how he articulates his foresight. You know a lot about the brand just by the team. And so looking at Bless, his manager, and then him, the birds of a feather rock together. So we're going to be doing some great things with these brothers in the world of technology. And starting off with the world, NFTs, it's really about empowerment, leveraging technology to create and control your own narrative. He's at the forefront. I got to rock with him. We got to rock with him. The whole nation got to support him. It's a young boss right here.
This shit like all black.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
There goes the prophet again. Woo. Uh-oh.
Yeah.
He been exposed. You done been in that Jedi. You've been in that Jedi training camp. You ready? So,
yeah.
So, I love it. I love it, man.
It's powerful.
You know, we just gotta give you a lot of positive energy, Five, man. Much love, respect, man.
That's
on
it.
the
You know, I'm
journey.
just trying to stay out of trouble and all that. For real.
Yeah. Continue, keep going, brother. Listen, just it don't cost you nothing, man, to be humble, man, and you got that naturally. Stay with that. You know your value at the same time, man, and you know that wisdom is gonna take you over all the walls, man. That you may encounter, you know, and really just staying grounded, man. You got it, but I just say it as an observer, man. But it's been a pleasure to speak with you and you know really get to know you. And you know, I'm loving what you're doing, brother. So you got support over here.
Appreciate that, big dog. Hey, yo,
And I'm gonna say a
shit, hit
couple
me up
things, Bob,
anytime. Other than this too, just hit me up. Let's just build and do what we do too. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
That.
What were you saying, Mike?
Yeah, all of you guys are gonna reconnect in Vegas at CES 22. So it's gonna be a beautiful, you know, Fear of a Black Planet. They never seen Fivio's presence. So, you know, we done had from the Snoop Dogg's, Bishop Don Juan's, you know, keeping it in that. That was 2.0. Now with 5, we're gonna bring version 2.0. You know, now that the COVID pandemic is over and we're now back in human interaction. So I think it's gonna be great to have him with Dr. Van Chavis. A beautiful mix of things that's going to happen over there at CES. So the who's in the room, got Fivio in the building. That part.
Fire.
Hello.
Fire, gang.
Come on now. So yeah, O'Shea, you can close this out. It's a beautiful thing, man.
All right, so if y'all are joining us now, check this out, news. We connect the streets. Woo Wisdom with Fivio Foreign. And you know, it's been a blessing, man. So until next time, man, we want to just say thank you to everybody for checking us out, and we looking forward to our next conversation. Fivio, God bless you, brother.
God bless you. I appreciate that, gang.
Thank you.
Yes,
Thank
sir.
you.
Yes,
Woo Wisdom. Hey, that's that new shit right there. We got hashtag. You just made it official. Woo Wisdom. I'm actually gonna let the folks at CES drop it. And every day, you know, like some daily, you know, like what are the daily affirmations? You can just brand Woo Wisdom.
Absolutely.
And let 5 pick out your daily, like the zodiac signs or all that stuff.
Absolutely. Hey, listen, 5, just come back for us like Kanye came back for Beanie Siegel off the Yeezy. Just don't forget about us. You know, I know you're gonna do it big. We expect nothing less from you, brother. You know?
You are listening to Urban World News.